Do it. Do it now, or we'll unfriend you. I'm just kidding. So Johnny, we're having trouble with your mic on the live, is what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing right now. Getting word from my
There we go.
inside
There we go.
people.
We should be good. Let me know. Okay, we are starting. Head on over to YouTube if you want to watch our live mock draft right now.
All right, technical difficulties as always. It wouldn't be a Fantasy Whispers
Hey,
production if we didn't have a little bit of technical difficulties.
yeah, we had to have some.
We're trying to work through it.
Okay, we should be good now, right? Like thumbs up.
I'm trying to figure it out right now.
We're going to. Well, you're going to be first. So
Johnny has no audio. We're still getting that.
all right.
All right. So we got a full lobby. We're just waiting on Johnny's audio to fix. Good
we're
now.
good now.
Zabo's
We're good.
Good
All right.
now.
We're good to go.
Rocking
Thank
and
you.
rolling.
Appreciate you, Whisper Nation, for hanging in there. All right, let's get this going. You're up first, Big Trabby. So we are going to begin this draft right now. Let's get it popping.
Dude, if you say get it popping one more time.
How many times have I said it?
Once,
I've only said it like once.
3 times a lady. I'm taking Christian McCaffrey. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, dude. Let's go. CMC going to lead me to dynasty. Whatever. Going to lead me to some championships in this make-believe league.
You're going to lose in this make-believe league, too.
No way, dude.
All right, so you took Christian McCaffrey. No surprise there. That is the dead end number. You want to go CMC. Saquon Barkley comes off second. Ezekiel Elliott third, followed by Michael Thomas. So let's remember, this is a PPR mock draft. So Travis seems to, Christian McCaffrey in a PPR is just untouchable.
Yeah, there was like no ifs, ands, or buts about taking him first overall. Had to do that. Saquon Barkley comes off the board after that. Then Ezekiel Elliott, Michael Thomas. Not surprised Michael Thomas went this high. He's a PPR machine. He is doing big things right there, like Johnny trying to copy Big Travie, doing big things with the headband. Michael Thomas does big things on the football field.
Everyone knows I had the headband on first this morning, okay?
Nobody knows that.
Everyone knows that. They saw our live videos. To get them here.
I sleep in a headband, dude. That's how my life works now.
That's too much. Now, great. Now everyone's going to leave this mock draft. They've seen you with all your sun, how much sun you've got. Hey, my question is, do you have a suntan line underneath that headband? That's what I want to know. No, so you have no line. You have no line. So how are you saying you sleep in it?
All right.
Wow, dude.
That's just good tanning,
Debunked.
dude. Don't worry about
Debunked here.
So Dalvin Cook comes off the board. Then Derrick Henry. You surprised Derrick Henry this early in not only a dynasty, but a PPR dynasty. Lil Sebastian, 34.
Yeah.
Great name.
Hey.
Great name.
Honestly. He said, well, Selection Sunday says, I'm winning this make-believe league. He's calling you out already.
Dude, that's what I said. You can't steal my...
I didn't say it. That's what Selection Sunday updates is saying. Why you blaming me? I'm just repeating what Whisper Nation's saying. You're over here. You're trying to get me off my game. I already know, dude. I already know who I'm going to draft right here. Locked and loaded.
I'm trying to see the comments in here. How do I... Oh, right here. I see. Lots of RBs coming off early, Brett Zabo says. Austin says TFW headbands. Look, we've been talking to our swag guy for a couple weeks now. I've been trying to get these TFW headbands in. Stat, if they get them on, if they get in, dude, I'm not wearing anything else. Baby Pluto, that's our guy Dan. Dan the man from over in Megacast.
No,
Robin.
Yeah, Dan, I don't like your pick, dude. You stole my pick, dude. All right, dude. Prison rules. I get it.
Wow, dude.
Right. Gloves are off.
Got the fries that'll cross your eyes. Got the shakes that'll make you quake.
Hey, let's listen. Okay, so we haven't listed. We had Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry at the 107 in a PPR. Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Kenyon Drake, and I took Joe Mixon. Loving that pick. I love Joe Mixon. I think Joe Mixon is one of the most exciting running backs going in the first round of drafts right now. Ooh, Tyreek and Julio coming off the board.
Joe Mixon has not had a huge amount of receiving game, but he is good. He's good at at catching the ball. Like when they work him in there. Are you any concerns there? You think with Joe Burrow there, they get that fully involved?
Oh, I think they get it fully involved, and I think that offensive line is going to be a lot better this year than it was last year. I'm going to take Josh Jacobs here.
The key here, Whisper Nation, is to ask Johnny a real complicated question as soon as he's up, so he tries to talk himself through it and then ends up auto drafting a guy.
Yeah, I know. I almost did. I had a real my real dilemma there was between Josh Jacobs and Austin Eckler. I really like Austin Eckler, especially in a PPR league. Whew, that would have been nasty. But Josh Jacobs, listen, all-around running back. They should involve him more in the passing game this next year. Look at that. Dude, Baby Pluto's been listening to us a lot. I could tell because look at his first two picks. Kenyon Drake and Austin Eckler had my two picks. So ideally, those were the guys that I was going to go for. And
what's pretty great about this is he grabbed two guys we're going to be talking about on the show this week. Hasn't even been recorded yet. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how inside the know Dan
Dude,
is.
Are you just giving away our information? Insider notes?
He's reading our show notes before we even go live on the show, dude. Unreal. Michael takes Nick Chubb after Austin Eckler, and then Chris Godwin goes to the Sports Nerd. Just got to give it up to the Sports Nerd, MP Bolig, Baby Pluto, Jay Blay. All these guys are honestly always in our mocks, and we appreciate the support. We've been doing this all month. This is our final mock draft mania, our final Monday of May to do this. But fear not, because we'll be mock drafting still.
We love mocking, dude. We love playing with the mocks.
Yeah. We love mocking around.
Yeah.
And so here's the deal. We're going to be doing our famous mock draft marathon in August where we go live for 24 straight hours. If you think there's plenty of headbands now, wait till you get us 24 hours.
Oh, dude.
We'll be changing headbands every mock.
Oh yeah, we'll get it settled by then. We'll get the headband situation settled by then. But what I do want to say is, to all the guys that have joined us throughout this entire month, we will send out a link to you guys specifically. If you do want to join us during that mock draft marathon, we would be honored to have you guys, and we'd be very appreciative. You guys have stuck with us through the technical difficulties, the highs, the lows, the all of Travis's bad drafts. So we appreciate you guys. Oh, we're getting a June edition.
Maybe
we're a question mark. We'll possibly. We're
definitely
thinking.
Still be doing mock drafts. So.
Yeah, there'll definitely be some mock drafts for sure. All right, where are we at in this mock draft? I've been talking and.
Yeah, well, okay. So after Chris Godwin went Mike Evans. So those Tampa Bay wide receivers back-to-back. Guys, get over to our YouTube page. We talked about Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, the Tom Brady situation. What's going on with Tampa Bay? Could it be a situation where they actually decrease in value this year, or at least one of them? Will Brady lock onto one guy? And if you watched Brady locking on, dude, you should have watched him in that match this weekend, dude.
He wasn't locking. He wasn't locking
on much, but on the seventh hole, man, he chipped one in.
That was so nice.
That was pure clutch, man. A little backspin, a little nastiness on that.
That's like
right into the cup,
dude.
Right after Charles Barkley was talking some mean trash.
Hey,
that was a great
that's
shot.
the classic TW golf. Have you ever played that game? That's that classic. You get that sideways. Yeah, the Tiger Woods golf, dude. You get the sideways spin. Y'all. Love that.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. That was so Tom Brady's teammates, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans go at 2.5, 2.6. Then Miles Sanders, Leonard Fournette, Aaron Jones, CEH. Man, I was really hoping he would make it this way. He did.
Yep, nope.
Kenny Galladay.
Stolen. Yeah, we're drafting with superstars here. All right, they being around the block is a time or two, Travis. They're not just gonna hand you stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Yeah.
missed last week. That's right. You're a little rusty, dude. Shake off the
Oh, is
rust.
that it?
Yeah.
I'm rusty. Yeah.
We've been drafting around here, around these lakes.
I've been drafting.
Ooh, OBJ. I like that pick.
Around today, buddy. All right. Followed OBJ up with a little Cam Akers snag here in the beginning of the third. Remember, this is a dynasty startup. Wanted to make sure my guys are young, fresh, looking like they're got a shot at being the guy. That is for sure what I believe I have here.
That is reach for your guy.
No way Cam Akers is making it back to me.
Yeah, dude, he was totally gonna make it back to you. 100%.
No way.
1,000%.
No way. Akers would have been gone, dude. I had 2 rounds.
Oh man.
Before I get
FF Fortune, dude, taking my guy AJ Brown. I've been trying. They've been listening. Whisper Nation has been listening. If you go on Twitter sphere right now, people are so underrated. That's another one we're going to talk about this week in a show. Little whisper, secret. AJ Brown, but people are just sleeping on AJ Brown, and it's unbelievable. But not in this mock draft.
Not if they continue to listen to TFW, man. We're going to be giving them all those nuggets, and AJ Brown is definitely one of those guys. Is a guy that we've been pumping really since he came out, and he's really done nothing but show up.
Kind of like Whisper Nation, dude.
That's right.
Ooh, Todd Gurley in the third. I am not sure about that pick, but he's going running back heavy.
Dynasty, not great. It's not a great pick, but it's okay. Depends on what he does.
Cortland Sutton.
Here. Cortland Sutton's a stud, dude.
He's
Will Sebastian, 34.
Are you worried about Cortland Sutton now that Jerry Jeudy is?
Yeah, I mean, there's concern for all of the wide receivers, man. There's concern for Jerry Jeudy, and I think the concern is not in these wide receivers, right? It's not in their play. It's in the fact that they have a young, very raw, very not fully developed quarterback in Drew Lock. But listen, if you listened to us last year, we talked about Drew Lock coming out of the draft. Dude's got a live arm. He's playing with a lot of weapons on offense and could end up sliding right into very promising fantasy production. So that would tend to mean that the wide receivers could flourish in this system. And they loaded up on offense, Johnny. So they get a good coordinator with Pat Shurmur there who knows how to use weapons. I think there's some things to be excited about in Denver at Mile High.
Yeah.
So after Cortland Sutton was George Kittle, and then Patrick Mahomes, a.k.a. Big Travie. Big Travie rocking the Patrick Mahomes look.
Dude,
Big
I cannot believe this.
David Johnson getting snatched from you? Really? You're that?
No. Not that.
Sounds like it.
No, they can have that. I will take. Listen, I love my boy Kyler. I love him. But you're telling me Lamar Jackson in the third round? Are you kidding me? Absolutely 100%. I will grab him. Yeah, Big Travis speechless because he's like, yeah, that's a steal. Take him 100%.
It's a steal, but it's
let's see. What do we? It's okay. Oh, Daniel's talking. He was like,
James
yeah.
Conner. Ooh. Risky back-to-back picks here for Austin, but I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to round out a roster where he put 2 wide receivers at the top. Yeah, he's definitely not got a ton of youth on his side here with this roster. Ton of fresh legs, but he's definitely got somebody that if everybody stays on the field, not a bad team going. Le'Veon Bell, James Conner, then DJ Moore, followed by Adam Thielen and Amari Cooper, leaving the sports nerd on the clock here. We saw a pretty consistent running back heavy first 3 rounds here, even though it is a PPR league and it is a dynasty league where running backs career life is one of the shorter ones that we have out there. Pretty interesting.
All right.
Oh, Austin coming in. Oh shit, this is dynasty. Yeah, this is a dynasty startup. Probably try to say that at the top. So maybe that's why Austin's team is shaping out the way it is. Well, now he knows he'll be able to adapt going forward.
Yeah. It's okay though. He would be able to compete right now.
Yeah, at least this year. At least the first 3 games.
First 3 games.
Depends on what
James Conner's like, he's like, all of a sudden he's like typing in. He's like, wow.
Listen, nobody was higher on James Conner going into last year than me. Love the guy. Really do love his story. Beat cancer from Pittsburgh. Really cool.
That's your guy. You had to go with him.
Yeah, dude. Like him a lot. After Amari Cooper went Jonathan Taylor, then DK Metcalf, then Devin Singletary. We will see where we're going here.
If you guys are watching this live stream, we appreciate you guys tuning in. If you could do us a favor and jam that blue like button, greatly appreciate it. Really helps our channel grow. That would be awesome. Listen, I'm loving how my draft is shaping up. Like, this is just too good. Too good to be true.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of situations where you wouldn't be loving where your draft is working out to.
Yeah.
Typically that's your stance.
No. But listen, I had a couple of ideas of what I wanted when I was coming in here. Certainly Josh Jacobs in the second was something of a bit of a surprise, but I'll take it. And look, I do like what FF Fortune is doing right here. He's got Zeke, CEH, AJ Brown, and Kyler. I think he's probably got the best team right now. Certainly like it. Let us know in the comments, who do you think currently has the best roster through the first 4 rounds? Let us know in the comments right now.
If you put Big Travie, I will.
We know that you're kissing ass a little bit if you put Big Travie.
Wow, dude, unreal. Just let the people say what they want to say. They definitely want to say me. Everybody knows that.
Calvin Ridley, like that pick. That's a good pick there. Calvin Ridley should hopefully break out this year. He's one of those candidates for sure that's definitely looked like he could have the potential to break out the last couple of years.
Calvin Ridley is the truth, dude. The only problem with Ridley last year is that he got hurt. Otherwise, the dude was balling out.
Then you took T.Y. Hilton. Explain yourself. Explain yourself with the T.Y. Hilton.
Here's the deal. I got the future wide receiver picks in Calvin Ridley and OBJ, and then I got T.Y. Hilton to hold me over for this year as my 3rd wide receiver. Make sure I'm sound on wide receivers in a PPR league, where we saw what Phillip Rivers has done for the last 3 years with Keenan Allen, just peppering him with targets game after game. Dude, he's going to do the same thing to T.Y. Hilton. So I'm taking T.Y. Hilton, PPR league, my 3rd.
You think he's going to pepper T.Y. Hilton with targets because he's the deep guy?
He's not just the deep guy, dude. You can put T.Y. everywhere, man. He's everything, man. He's very similar to Keenan Allen. So
they're in no way similar at all. T.Y. Hilton is like a Travis Benjamin, dude.
Oh, dude. Are you saying T.Y. Hilton is Travis Benjamin?
Yes.
Man, no way.
Yes.
No
in
way.
That, oh my goodness.
You're wrong.
That is.
For one reason.
No, that is. Let me see what.
So,
Fortune by far
came off after T.Y. Hilton. Stephon Diggs after Dak Prescott. Melvin Gordon. Then Tyler Lockett, followed by Mark Andrews.
Hey,
Josh Allen.
Whedon, he said full screen has the logo over homie on the right's face. Hey, it's okay. You guys don't want to see my face anyway, so it's okay. No, I'm just there's not really much what we could do, unfortunately, with that, because the subscribe button is there. So, all right. Melvin. Okay, so we had T.Y. Hilton, then Dak Prescott, Stephon Diggs, Melvin Gordon the third, Tyler Lockett, Mark Andrews, Josh Allen, Terry McLaurin. Dang it! I was really hoping he was gonna fall to me.
He didn't.
He did not. Chris Carson, and now Baby Pluto 69 is up. But I'm really surprised that you went T.Y. Hilton there over some of these guys that are still on the board. That's just why I question that.
Well, question it all you want, man. He's not on your team. He's on mine.
Yeah. Which
Doesn't
makes it
really
a
matter
perfect
what you think.
makes it perfect for me to question it. So
Listen, I'm the one with a championship belt behind me. You're the one with some action figures. All right, so let's just
hey.
we could talk about
wow, dude. Now
saying you want to call me out. There's hardware to back me up.
I'm just
So
wow. You had to
just
get
saying, dude.
unbelievable.
You know, I like look, I like T.Y.
All
Hilton
right,
here, man.
that's good. That's fine.
Think he's poised for a big year.
Going with the DJ route here. Wicka wicka.
Like DJ Shark.
Yeah.
He's
So
good.
DJ Moore followed by DJ Chark, building up that wide receiver core here. And I'm hoping that, DeAndre Swift, that's a good pick there. Look at Austin coming back swinging. He said, I found out it's a dynasty,
huh?
and let's go. Let's play. He said it's game time. But fortunately for me, I built my draft a way, Travis, that I could just take advantage right now. Marquise Brown, get that double dip on my wide receivers. Beautiful. My team is
It's okay. It's not anything to write home about.
Are you nothing to write home about? I got Lamar Jackson that I can double dip now with Marquise Brown, and you're telling me that that's not a juicy combo?
It's a pretty good combo.
Pretty good combo, dude. That's just as good as your suntan right now, dude. I'm saying.
I don't know about that.
I was really hoping Terry McLaurin would fall to me. Big fan of Terry McLaurin, but he did not. I'll gladly take DJ Moore. Or DJ Chark, I mean. Excuse me. Devontae Parker comes off the board right after me, Travis. How are you liking Devontae Parker? What are your thoughts on Devontae Parker this year? Are you thinking last year was a fluke? Are you on the bandwagon? Or you're like, hallelujah, this guy finally comes to life?
It's just so tough to trust anybody in Miami. I love Parker. I've loved Parker for a long time. He finally got it together last year. Should be, by all accounts, the number one guy there and putting up, prototypical number one guy. Should be a wide receiver too, by all means. But we will see how that plays out. And he's definitely going in the spot where you take a risk on him. And he could pay off in big ways, especially we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens with Tua. They still have your boy, right? They still got Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. Class act too. He was like he literally was just like, I'll train him however I need to. Like if whatever I need to do to help him out. I love Ryan Fitzmagic, dude. If we could land him on the show, oh man, that would be sweet. I would show him my Halloween pictures too. I would show him. Because yes, 2 years ago, I had this beard. It was a little bit longer, but I was Ryan Fitzmagic for Halloween. Classic.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. Didn't have quite the amount of chest hair you needed to pull it off, but it was decent, dude. You had the gold chain.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was about as good as your team, so suboptimal. It's like whatever.
Wow.
Like you're
You
listen,
mean
you're not
you
gonna
mean
get last.
underrated is what you're trying to
You're
say?
not gonna get last, but like you're definitely not gonna get first.
I don't know about that. Devontae, after Devontae Parker, Debo Samuel, 604 spot. And then you had Keyshawn Vaughn, 605. Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, like Christian Kirk this year, followed by Jarvis Landry, Kareem Hunt, followed by Zach Ertz at the 610 spot, and 611 is coming up, and then Big Travie is on the board. Travis, what are you eyeing here? Where are you going? What are your thoughts here? Gonna grab a quarterback? No, you're gonna wait.
We'll figure out what I do when I do it.
Might try to make this picture here a little bit smaller. Or maybe I do this.
I got a plan here, dude. Oh, got an even better plan actually.
You always say you have a plan.
Dude.
All right,
Let's go. Go. Look, I think Mostert's another guy people are sleeping on. They traded away Matt Breida. Tevin Coleman's really the only guy sticking around there to challenge Raheem Mostert, and Tevin Coleman gets hurt quite a bit and is on his way out as far as productivity. Raheem Mostert was an absolute stud down the stretch for San Francisco, so I'm happy with that. And Will Fuller, we may finally get what we want in the fantasy community. I'm hoping we get a full year of Will Fuller and Deshaun Watson on the field together for 16 games. I know our guy Dan, Baby Pluto, would love to see that because Will Fuller is an absolute
Oh
beast
man, if
with
he
Deshaun Watson.
if that happens, look, that is going to be an extreme.
He plays 16 games with Deshaun Watson. He's locked in wide receiver one. Could be top five. Like could be top five wide receiver.
Oh, okay. So Whedon said Hilton has been top 5 a couple of times. Landry gets similar disrespect. I do agree that they get similar disrespect, but the fact that Ty is a little bit older. Hey, this is what I will say. I do like Ty Hilton. Listen, just to show you how much I like Ty Hilton, and I'm a fan of him. I'll put T.Y. Hilton on next week's show. It'll be the jersey on the wall will be T.Y. Hilton. I'm a big fan of T.Y. Hilton. My concern is just with T.Y. Hilton and Phillip Rivers and what does that look like? I still think he's going to be a productive wide receiver, but do I think that he's going to be like a PPR monster? I don't. I think that he'll get the long bombs. He'll be good. I don't think he'll be a top 5 wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. I don't need him to be top 5. I need him to be a wide receiver 2 or better, pretty much as my flex wide receiver, and I think he's got that in him this year for sure.
I do also want to ask you about you took Raheem Mostert over Mark Ingram. I understand that it is a dynasty league, but you don't have any concerns at all about Mostert past this season?
I mean, look, I think that's a concern to have anybody, but if I'm like the difference between Mostert and Ingram is Mostert stayed healthy last year, and Ingram got a guy drafted in the in higher draft capital than the Niners drafted a running back this year. So the signs point for Mostert to have more longevity than Ingram actually at this point with their respective teams. So I'll take it. And I mean, they're similar. They're very similar. I think Baltimore and San Fran could be lined up next to each other as run first teams that work a lot of running backs in there. But really liked what I saw to Mostert last year, and I think he's poised for another big year this year. We got asked basically in the chat. Mostert, he says Mostert's 27. He's actually 28, but I like the younger backs I got ahead. And yeah, Lil Gumper comes on here. Mostert still has some gas left in the tank, so he might have last a couple more years. Yeah, I once again, he's not my first or even second running back off the board. Don't need Mostert to be my future back. Definitely have CMC and then Cam Akers for that. So I'm pretty satisfied with what I've built up so far.
All right.
So you can run and tell that, homeboy.
The
So
the
where'd
running
we
back
leave off?
position really dipped real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
So I took Sony Michel. Listen, I'm not sure what his fantasy outlook's going to be past this year. They might move on from him. But certainly you're looking at what they could do there in New England. And from a running back perspective, they could run the ball more now that they don't have Tom Brady there. Sony Michel could be a good little, and I have 2 reliable running backs right now. I'm just looking for another piece. Dang it. Austin took CeeDee Lamb. I was really hoping. I thought he would for sure fall to me in the next round. Didn't. And now I need to go searching for what I want to do here.
Gotta go panhandling for gold.
Pretty much.
You gonna get the knockoff version of CeeDee Lamb, just like you got the knockoff version of my headband right here?
This is not a knockoff version, dude. This is one and the only Kyler Murray. Oh, no, I don't want to click on Malcolm Brown. Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
What's going to happen here? I might.
Oh, Rob Gronkowski.
Wait. Oh, my thing still said 20 minutes. My thing still said 20 seconds.
Yeah.
No.
That's great. Knockoff version, dude. Love it. That's what they call headband revenge, right?
Look
there,
on on there.
That's headband karma, baby.
No. You can review the tape. There literally said 14 seconds on my clock. It literally said 14 seconds. I was going to select a dip. Oh my
Dan
gosh.
taking Deshaun. Definitely wanted Deshaun there. I knew he was going to take him though. Should have taken him where I
glitch.
took Fuller maybe, but that's okay.
A glitch in the system. That was trash.
Son of a glitch. All right.
Now I have Rob Gronkowski in the 8th round of a dynasty draft. Unbelievable. This is unreal. I need to contact my agent.
Deshaun Watson off the board, then Ronald Jones, then Darius Geis. A couple risky running backs.
Pimpin' ain't easy says Gronk should be great for 4 games he plays this year.
Alexander Madison comes off the board for Jay Blee. Did you take Dalvin Cook? Oh, that's a great pick by Jay Blee. Lock up that backfield for at least 5 years, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's a great pick.
That was really frustrating.
So let's go live to Johnny. See how he's feeling after he rage picked Rob Gronkowski.
Listen, I understand that my draft was just coming together so unbelievably great that the computer actually had to glitch in order to counter how great my drafting was. So we'll see. It happens. This is just a bump in the road. We will not let it deter us or detract us from the overall greatness of what this team can become. So it's going to be okay.
Oh, you ever heard somebody shoveling shit so hard? That just happened right now, dude. Johnny up there trying to pump up his team. Oh, we won't let this affect us. Johnny's steaming over there, dude. You can see
I am steaming because that was there literally said 14 seconds. Literally said 14 seconds.
Dude. That's what happens when you draft on a computer, dude. You can't trust the robots, dude. It's like Terminator.
Yeah, that's true.
Figure out what I'm going to do here.
If you are following along right now and haven't done so, can you please jam that like button? We would really appreciate it. And if you are new to this channel, we do a lot of mock drafts. We do fantasy advice. We have fun with fantasy and have a good time with our community. Please consider following us and hitting that bell. And we release videos every day, or that is the goal. And so... yeah, so it's fun.
God damn.
All right, what are we doing here? Travis, I'm trying to distract him. I hope he friggin' auto picks here. I can't believe that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So after my terrible Rob Gronkowski pick went Deshaun Watson, Ronald Jones II, Darius Geis, Tariq Cohen, Alexander Madison, followed by Hunter Henry at 808, followed by Michael Gallup, Marlon Mack, Julian Edelman, then Emmanuel Sanders at the 812 spot by Big Travie. Good pick there. I like the Emmanuel Sanders. And then you went Zach Moss. You are a big fan of Zach Moss. Me not so much, but
Me not so much.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna be that great. But I digress. So Travis, explain yourself on your picks.
Listen, I wasn't big on Zach
Yeah,
Moss.
I know.
We
Neither were we,
but,
dude. Neither were we. Neither was
but,
Whisper Nation either.
Then I did some tape digging. Johnny said, "Look, we got to talk about the rookies. Go look them up. Go take a peek." So I did, right? And I took a peek. And honestly, guys, if you want to pony up for Pro Football Focus, they've got a great subscription over there. They've got a great draft guide. You could pony up for that draft guide. I did, and it unlocked some things about Zach Moss that were very intriguing. One of the most elusive backs they've ever tracked through a 3-year span is Zach Moss and the work that he did. They also, compared him very stylistically to Kareem Hunt. So for me, it was a pretty easy comparison. Like Buffalo is looking like a team that wants to run the football a lot and rely on a defense, and they have a mobile quarterback who will open up lanes for a rushing, for a running, or for a rusher. And then you look at the fact that Frank Gore got 18 carries in the red zone last year. That's a lot of carries in the red zone for Zach Moss to get instead of Devin Singletary. Singletary's still going to get his. He's still going to work. He's still going to be good. But Zach Moss is going to get touchdown looks in a team that wants to run a lot. So give me Zach Moss. I think he's going to be good for a few years to come. Buffalo's looking like a nice team you want to invest in going forward. So yeah, it's pretty simple logic to me.
So Matt B said, "Okay, it's a dynasty, so the fact that you got DJ Moore in the 4th round of a startup is ridiculous. He's easily top 10 dynasty receiver, if not top 6. People are sleeping on him and will be crying if they did." And I 100% agree with that statement. Matt B,
yeah, we'll see,
you are
man.
correct.
Teddy Two Gloves. Hopefully, Teddy Two Gloves gets him the ball. That's what we want.
No, Sports Nerd, you're having a good draft too. He took Deontay Johnson. I wanted him.
Oh, look at Jay Blee over here. Moss was sniped and stolen. That's right. For once, we're doing the stealing on you, Jacob.
Yeah.
All right. I can't keep coming to these drafts and watching you take all of our players. Tired of it.
He was doing that a lot last week too.
Ah, the student has become the master. All right. So Deontay Johnson goes to the Sports Nerd. Then Damian Williams, John Brown going to Baby Pluto, a.k.a. Dan the Man. And now Johnny, a.k.a. I just drafted Rob Gronkowski. What is he going to do for his follow-up, guys? Johnny, are you really that concerned that you took Rob Gronkowski in the 8th? I mean, really? You think he should have a good year? Johnny, talk to me about Rob Gronkowski. That last pick, dude.
No, how about
dude? Dive in here, Johnny. Johnny, look at me. You got to talk. Johnny, you have to give the fans what they want. They want some content right here.
I don't feel good about this pick, but hopefully he develops more.
Oh, BMW.
Yeah.
Big Mike Williams.
Listen, he's going to be on my bench, so it's okay. But hopefully he becomes a little bit more of the dominant wide receiver with, they're in LA. It's frustrating. He had so much potential. He had so much potential.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens, dude. You have potential and you either succumb to the pressure or you rise up and be like a champion. Win yourself a championship belt, like that one.
I mean, maybe
that one right there.
Maybe Tyrod will target him and
T-Mobile?
Yeah.
Jaws Whedon says, "Is this a mock or a new league? Gronk pick has to sting." Yeah, I think it does sting. I think this will sting for a long time. Luckily for him, it is a mock draft, so he can erase this from his memory immediately after. I know he's trying to right now, but Whisper Nation and I will not let him forget what he's done here tonight.
It's horrible, dude.
Aaron Rodgers.
All right, I gotta listen. I gotta take Philip Lindsay. It's too much of a value. I don't love Philip Lindsay with Melvin Gordon there, but Philip Lindsay certainly is going to get workload. It is a PPR league, so he should handle that third down role. He is more than capable of having RB2 numbers, and I'll take Philip.
And Johnny's team just continues to careen off a ledge right now. Just continues a downward spiral of depression.
Yeah, dude, that Rob
Listen, it's just a
Gronkowski pick
reminder
has
that it's just a
really gotten
reminder.
to my head.
Reminder: if you got
Unfortunately.
some friends in isolation that are really struggling and hurting, you got to reach out to them, because I think everybody after this show needs to reach out to Johnny,
Hey.
make sure he's okay. Sometimes isolation and makes you do some crazy things, and in Johnny's case, it was drafting Rob Gronkowski in the 8th in a dynasty startup league, where we don't even know. Look,
Dude, it's unbelievable. It's not even real because I didn't. It was the computer said I had 14 seconds.
It's not real because it's a mock draft.
No, the computer said I had 14 seconds.
Listen, we
review the tape. Review the tape.
We keep saying he'll play 4 games because of injury. He might play 4 games because he's got to go defend the WWE 24/7 title. Who even knows? Like, if you'll even have him for the start of the year, dude. Who even knows?
Oh my gosh, this is horrible.
After Johnny completes the trifecta of Rob Gronkowski, Mike Williams, and Philip Lindsay, just a slobber knocker of picks right there.
Dude, last year those would be, if you ended up with those of the first 5 rounds, you would have said that's a good draft. All right.
Bro,
so
that is I just want everybody to hear that, because that is the phrase that's going to get you in so much trouble in drafts. Listen, last year this team would be stacked. We don't play we don't play in a vacuum here. You got to get it down all the time. Ooh, I'm up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to distract you. All right, after my Philip Lindsay pick. Actually, I don't mind the Philip Lindsay pick in the 10th round. That's pretty good value there. Jared Cook at the 10:03. Michael Pittman Jr., followed by Baker Mayfield, Tony Pollard, Sterling Shepard, Tevin Coleman, Preston Williams, Darrell Henderson the second. Junior. He just goes by the junior, not second. Denzel Mims, Hayden Hurst. Gosh, that was the tight end I was going to get to. That just brings it all up again, dude. Brings it all up again.
I had to go with Big Dick Joe here.
Just wow, dude. Your team just went from...
My team is fucking steaming right now. It's so good.
Yeah, steaming pile of dog poo. That's what it is. I mean, you'll contend down the road, maybe.
Hey, dude, you can always stream QBs while I let Joe develop, but I didn't want anybody snatching him up here. So, look, Joe's gonna be a stud in this league.
Yeah,
don't even doubt it.
You needed to draft Joe in the 11th round over. You went over Carson Wentz. You took Joe Burrow over.
Dude, Carson Wentz hasn't played a healthy year since
last year.
15 years
last
old.
year he played a healthy year.
Yeah, how'd he do? Where'd he finish?
Oh my gosh.
Way, dude.
Dude, people are going nuts here, and I think Teddy's average depth target feeds the exact. I complete Matt. Yeah, you're 100% accurate on the DJ Moore, man. Let's see. Okay, Jim Ross. Oh, Jim Ross, settle down. Who's Jim Ross? Me or Big Travie?
Because I said slobber knocker earlier.
Oh, so got it.
Jim Ross, dude.
Yeah.
The great pro wrestling announcer.
Oh yeah.
Dude, he had some of the best calls. For the love of God, stop the match. That was some of my favorite, dude. Like, you'd be like, it's fake. Jim Ross, come on, dude. He's like, God, somebody call an ambulance.
Oh
Joe
yeah, dude.
Burrow,
JR is the
Antonio
GOAT, dude. Yeah.
Brashad Perriman, TJ Hawkinson, Matt Breda, AJ Dillon. AJ Dillon, man, I think could be special in Green Bay. Austin Hooper.
Oh yeah, he
And
could be.
now sports nerd is up on the clock.
Pimpin' ain't easy. Burrow is clearly better than Breeze, Brady, Ryan, and Wentz. I don't know if I would agree with that.
I don't know about Brady. Well, oh, he's saying it. I see. I get it. Yeah, he's saying for fantasy. I can get
know.
behind that.
But I don't think his rookie year he's going to be better than all of those guys. I don't even think he's going to be better than Wentz.
Are we playing a redraft or dynasty? I just forget because I know you keep drafting guys like Rob Gronkowski.
Oh, yeah.
So you think it's a redraft, but we're playing a dynasty, right?
Yeah, we're playing dynasty.
Okay. All right.
My dynasty team would still beat your dynasty.
Maybe.
Even with Gronk.
We'll
all right,
see,
dude.
Actually, we won't see because this is fake and this team doesn't count.
Yeah.
But
you can imagine what it would be like if we were. All right.
Hey, anybody drinking some beers out there?
I need to get another one, but my pick is up next, so I'll leave after this next pick to go get one. You know what I mean?
Give us a cheers emoji in the comments.
Chase was taken from me by baby Pluto. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. All right. Look, this is going to be a down the road pick here. But
Dude,
I'm going to go Anthony McFarland.
I just took Joe Burrow in the 11th, and you're going to give me crap, but you're taking like, oh, this is
because mine is a
pick.
running back that I'm taking. Yours is your starting quarterback of your roster right now.
For right now, dude, you can stream starters.
Yeah, you're going to need to do that. You're going to need to stream.
What team better or what position better to wait on than quarterback, dude?
You didn't wait. You took Joe Burrow.
I waited until the 11th.
Unbelievable. And what? That is just as
dude, this is great. Jaws Whedon in the comments. Around the right spot for Burrow. Then he follows it up with, I'll cheers with the bong. Yeah. Not helping me out when you're trying to make a case for Joe Burrow for me in the comments, but I appreciate it. And we appreciate it right there.
Yeah.
Dan saying he needed insurance just in case Drake goes down.
Oh no, I know, I love it. I was planning on taking. Oh, and Austin took Josh Kelly. I was going to take him. Oh my goodness, it's like the people are watching my live stream.
Oh yeah, dude. Listen, dude, you can't have all the players, dude. That's not how this works.
It's not how any of this works, man. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna take Gio handcuff. For since I have Joe Mixon, not the best pick here, but it's all right. I'll take it. All right, hang with us, Big Travie. Can you hold the video while I go grab another brewski?
Oh sure, yeah. I don't think this is in my contract, but I'll figure it out. All right, guys. This is where the cast gets really good, okay? Johnny's gone. Big Travie's got you here. We're gonna just we'll maneuver our way through the rest of this. Johnny over here complaining about my team every chance he gets, but I like what I've done so far. But that's his job. His job is to attack my team personally, make himself feel better. Let's see. Josh Kelly got sniped. Johnny took Giovanni Bernard to lock up the backfield in his mind with Joe Mixon, who he took in the first round. Duke Johnson, taken by Baby Pluto, a.k.a. Dan. Big Houston fan, so I'm not surprised he took Duke Johnson here. Did he take David Johnson? Yeah, so he locked up his backfield. So nice work by Dan to lock up the Arizona and Houston backfields here. Thought that's pretty smart. Welcome back, Sunshine. Welcome.
Hey, what's going
Then
on?
we're
Did I
just
miss
talking
anything?
about DJ Dallas. Yeah, I mean, just
I liked DJ Dallas a lot more before they went out and signed Carlos Hyde. That was a bit of a damper on that. But listen, I watched tape on DJ Dallas, and that dude is fun to watch. And he's like super coachable, which is great.
I'm gonna go grab a beverage as well.
Oh, okay.
Don't
So you need me to watch it now. Oh, this is almost like it's. Well, now that the worst of the two, my announcers here on the show, has left, you guys get me. So hopefully I can hold it up. All right, we had N'Keal Harry and Chase Claypool off the board. Oh, followed by Chenault. Listen, Big Travie is a big fan of Chenault. I love Chenault. Let's see what, dude. Our chat is going crazy right now. This is a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. He said need insurance just in case Drake goes down. I say weed doesn't hurt fantasy. You might get extra in depth or forget something on game day. That is true, but yeah, I do agree. And then we said had him in a bad trade, drunk though, or hungover. Did you get your beverage? Nice. Cheers. Hey, cheers to an awesome mock draft so far. Cheers to doing a mock draft on this holiday with friends, having a good time. Appreciate you guys. Michael Boeing. Michael's saying he needed Chris Carson's handcuff with Dallas. Yeah. Definitely do. Because Chris Carson, hopefully
dude,
he'll
everybody's sleeping on Carlos Hyde, dude. That's the real truth now.
Yeah, that is your boy. That went from no. That went from not your boy to like I was defending him, and then you started defending him, and we're all about him. And now you're still on him. I'm off.
I have never in my life been about Carlos Hyde.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe for a 4-game period when he was with San Francisco. That's about the only time I've been on the Carlos Hyde bandwagon.
You wanted him last
year.
Although I
will say
last year. You wanted him in Houston.
Listen, last year he was productive. I wasn't a big fan. But they gave him the rock a bunch and he produced. So
yeah, that's what they're gonna do with David Johnson. That's why I don't understand why people are sleeping on Johnson. I don't understand why people are sleeping on David Johnson. He's gonna touch the ball 1,000,000 times. So he's gonna be productive.
1,000,000 carries. He's gonna just shatter.
No, but he will get over 250. I'll guarantee that. Allen Lazard, who continues to get recognized by the media, by Aaron Rodgers as a breakout candidate. Very, very exciting. Allen Lazard this year. I like Allen Lazard a lot. Big Travie up with 30 seconds. What is he going to do? Is that clock going to run? Drew Brees, 2 rounds later, after taking Joe Burrow. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Travis, please walk us through your decision making there, please.
Well, it's going to be Brees or maybe Wentz, but then I was sitting there thinking about weapons and Wentz, man. Eagles don't really have it right now, so I'm gonna go with Brees. They bring in Emmanuel Sanders. They're still gonna air it out there. Brees has got one.
I think you have that headband too tight, dude. Headband's too tight.
No way, dude. My team is looking nice. Looking nice.
Hey.
Look at, dude. The comments just love my team. Jacob Lee. Brees and Burrows is a good combo. Thank you, sir. I know it.
Jacob.
Johnny doesn't want to know it. When it's staring him in the face that my team's fine. Johnny
Jacob, you don't need to be nice. You don't need to be nice to Travis.
Dude. He drafts Rob Gronkowski, and all of his fears and animosity comes projecting out of him on screen towards me. Look, I know that I have to be the punching bag for you on the air, but honestly, dude, I'm going to need some more money in my contract if that's the case. All right, you're really bashing.
Look at this. You started a quarterback run. I should be happy. Good job. You started a quarterback run for us. So appreciate you there. Ooh, Jared Stidham. That's who you should have went with, Jared Stidham.
I shouldn't be surprised that's who you're suggesting right now, but come on, man.
They would go with your team. It's all right, Travis. I understand. I'm about to completely turn around this draft right now because you get after this next pick here, people are going to no longer.
Huh? Pimpin' Ain't Easy goes, he thought it was a super flex, and then everybody after me just about drafts a second quarterback. So I'm the crazy guy because I started the run, but everybody after me drafted a quarterback.
Because they all thought it was a super flex for a second.
Dynasty startup, and where if you think you're going to ride one quarterback for your entire season, let alone for the next couple of years, come on, guys. Come on. Unreal, dude.
Yeah, when you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback,
you give everything for Whisper Nation, dude, and they just turn against you.
When you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, you only need one quarterback. He counts as two players.
Except for his bye week, but yeah, you could just waiver somebody.
Yeah. Look at that.
You
dude.
Wish he counted as two players, then you wouldn't have to play Rob Gronkowski when he inevitably retires middle of the season.
Oh yeah. Well, look who I just picked up there while you're chit chatting and daydreaming about all the
tight end.
Dallas Goedert. The guy backup tight end. The guy you were just on all last season. You were raving about Dallas Goedert. Oh, and now all of a sudden he's dead.
Johnny wants cookies because he drafted the second string tight end in Philadelphia.
Well, this is a dynasty, dude. Zach Ertz is getting old.
They don't have a lot of wide receivers. I understand. That's like a third string wide receiver, really.
Unbelievable. This guy sits over here and mocks Dallas Goedert after being probably leading his fan club just 1 year ago, ladies and gentlemen. Let me remind you of that. Oh no, don't let this happen again.
Oh, are you gonna run out?
No.
Oh, dude.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Just grab my boy Larry Legend here. Hey, listen, I want him to retire on a good team. This team, my dynasty team. So that's why I took him out of love and respect.
Put some respect on his name.
All right, we are coming to the end of this very first mock draft here. We got the 14th and then the 15th round, and then we will be jumping into our second one. If you want to join in on that mock draft, it will be a 12-team as well. I will be tweeting out the link just after this one ends, so make sure you're following us at TF Whispers on Twitter. I will tweet out that link, and we will join into that shortly after this one ends. We will stay streaming on YouTube, so please hang with us, and if you haven't already, please jam that thumbs up and like button. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel and you are enjoying the content that you're getting right now, please consider doing so. We would greatly appreciate it. Helps our channel grow, helps us continue to do this and follow our passion, and it allows Travis to continue to have bad drafts. So we appreciate it.
Listen, bad drafts only equal good trades. So.
Oh, that's a good one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I will say, I would put you lead negotiator for my team, my dynasty team. Listen, if you want to sell off your team and come work for me as my general manager after this draft, you are more than welcome.
I need a good one to fix what you got going on over there. That's for sure.
I would be handing you a top roster, top tip shape.
Tippity top shape.
Look,
listen, if you guys are in the need of some great swag, head on over to thefantasywhispers.com. We've got a bunch of new swag up there. We'd love it if you guys grab some of that swag, rep your boys, as well as
Pimpin' Ain't Easy said that he wants to do a real draft Listen, we are going to have a
Yeah, don't we
whisper.
all?
Yeah.
But it's not time yet.
We are going to have a Whisper Nation draft. So we will have details on that coming up in the next couple months. But there will be a Whisper Nation League draft.
Austin's comment.
I know, it's hilarious.
Austin says, "Oh shit! While you were chatting, I got Dallas Goedert, backup tight end. You messed up, Travis." Yeah, no, he really got me there. The team just listen. You had such a good top heavy team, and then the Rob Gronkowski thing just sent you careening off like O'Doyle rules off the O'Doyle rules, O'Doyle rules, and then you're just like careening into the ditch. Something
I
bad's
don't
gonna
think it's
happen
that
to you and
bad.
your entire family, O'Doyle.
I think it's good still.
Yeah, well, it's good for you to think that. I mean, I understand that. You want to think that for sure. And then I could just round out this roster with top notch
So we will
defensive
also,
kicker.
Big Travie,
Come
something
on,
that we did
dude.
last week that everyone loved to do. We won't do it on this one just because it takes too much time. We'll do it in between time if we want. But everyone liked when we rated their
Uh-oh.
team. We did a rating of
We
the
didn't
team.
lose you here.
Oh no! Fun.
You got
Am I good?
you there?
Yeah, am I?
Oh, yeah, you sped up. You caught up. I don't know what happened, dude. I just the
Oh,
power of the internet.
I don't know, dude. Happened.
Ooh, I would like to get Jaws Wheaton
Wait, it's
says
saying.
best ball with return yards. I'd be in. I'd love to get a best ball going. I've
Oh
honestly never
yeah.
played in a best ball. It would be nice to get one going. I think we did one mock last year that was best ball. So yeah, we should definitely get a best ball draft going.
Hold on. Hoping. Saying it's streaming. I think it's working. Let me know, but I'm also getting an error on my streaming thing. So let me know, Whisper Nation, if you having difficulties um seeing me or hearing us. All right. So Travis, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's going on, brother?
Okay. I'm just making sure that I'm not completely all lost in this. Okay.
Is the stream going?
Yeah, the stream is going. Stream, I believe. It should be.
Seems to be rocking and rolling.
Yeah, I think it's going. It's just on my side. It's saying that I'm getting an error code, which is kind of weird, but whatever. It is what it is.
Okay.
Baby Pluto is up, and then I will make my selection here. Robbie
Chelsea
Gould.
telling us we're good.
Okay, cool.
And then the message was retracted. She
Uh
doesn't
oh.
want us to see that we were good.
Uh oh. She's like, you guys got to keep it up.
I don't know why she told us that on the YouTube channel and then took it away. Maybe we are good. Maybe we're not. Either way,
Yeah.
if we are, thanks for joining us on this first one. We've got another one coming up right after.
Yes.
Johnny, what are we doing for the second mock draft?
For the second mock draft, it is a half-point PPR mock draft. So it's not Dynasty startup, just normal.
Oh my God.
What?
Sorry, I had to interrupt here.
What?
Pimpin' Ain't Easy says, any reason for the Stidham and Young Ho pairing? Robert Kraft does love Stidham and Young Ho's.
That's pretty good.
Oh man, love the Robert Kraft massage parlor jokes.
Okay.
They're probably my favorite.
Okay. So that is that one. So let me tweet out the second link, Travis, to this other league here. And
yeah, that would be nice because
okay, you don't have it either. Oh man. I'm not even in it either. So hold
Well,
on.
that's
Let
good.
me.
Yeah, maybe you could give it to me.
Hold on. I'm gonna switch it to our faces. So we will be. We are going to. All right. Now it's just us and our faces on our normal show for just a second while I copy this and send it
Can I get
over.
the link?
Yeah, I'm sending it over to you
Jeez,
right
dude.
now.
Give it to... this is unreal, dude. Somebody call my agent. I've had enough of this
Listen.
abuse.
Oh no.
Alec Rapp says legendary combo. I think he's talking about Big Johnny or Big Travie and Johnny Game Time Hicks, and not the young hose and Stidham.
Oh,
So appreciate that.
we appreciate you.
Dude, I need that link.
I know I'm trying to get it over to you right now, but my computer's doing like 10 different things. I should have sent this link before we started, but it's
I agree. I agree that you should have done that. But the facts are that you didn't do that. And so here we are in another
sitting
conundrum, dude. Sitting here waiting for you to send me
Oh
that
no.
link. Did you tweet it? It's already full, isn't
it? No. What is going on?
This is what I deal with.
I am having like so many technical difficulties right now. It is just unbelievable.
Bear with us, Whisper Nation. We
there we go.
We're going.
Yes.
Oh, we got it.
Well, you got it. Yeah. Hold on.
Let me get in here. The link has been posted. 12-team half PPR regular league. No dynasty here.
No dynasty. Regular league.
Travie going in the 6th spot here.
All right.
Whee-oo.
All right, Twitter. I am tweeting out the link right now. All right, Whisper Nation. I just tweeted it out. Okay. I need to get in here before I don't even have a pick. All right, Travis. We're going to go right next to each other. I'm going to get that 105 spot.
Come on, dude. I'm out of here, dude.
You don't want to do it? You don't want to be next to each other?
I don't want any part of you, dude.
Oh my gosh. Thought it'd be fun to just snipe each other's picks back and forth.
I don't know who FF Fortune is, but I like his picture of Rodgers as his emblem. Big fan of that.
I think it's Fantasy Football Fortune. I think that's his.
No, I understand that that's what the FF means. I don't know who that is.
Well,
but I like his
FF
picture.
Fortune.
Is what I'm saying.
It's FF Fortune.
I don't know who it is, but I would like to know. Is what I'm saying.
I'm telling you right now, it's FF Fortune.
No.
Oh, we got a new person in here, Chris Moe. Chris Moe, welcome to the mock draft, my friend.
Who wants some Mo?
Who
Chris
wants some Mo? Who wants some Mo? Oh, let me get this going over here. Let me transition here so you can see the draft board. You're not seeing. After this one, we'll do the grades. So after this mock draft, we'll do grades of this mock draft since the last one. So Jay Blee got in. Ooh, and he's going like 2 after. Hey, we'll be able to get steal some players away from Jay Blee. So this will be good.
Oh, he went right after us, huh?
Yeah, we got 2 spots left.
We got 1 spot. Oh, 2 spots.
2 spots.
Left.
2 spots left. The 107 and the 111. What is going on over there?
Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Big Travie. Hey, no wonder you thought your team was so good on the last mock draft. Makes sense now. Makes sense. Just kidding. As soon as we fill up these last 2 spots, we will get started.
We'll get started. What did everybody do this Memorial Day? Drop a comment in there. We want to Obviously, some people are still in isolation, so we understand that. But maybe you found a way to get some things done. Let us know what you did.
Yeah. Because all I did was how
Being easy. Said he put the link on MySpace instead of Twitter. Yeah, that's probably what took him so long.
yeah.
Johnny's over there doing duck face in the bathroom mirror on
He
MySpace.
said, "Oh, that's good."
This guy put it on MySpace instead of Twitter. That is gold. That's why we do it, man.
Hey.
Seriously, big shout out to everybody on YouTube in the chat room. You guys make this fun. We love bringing you this kind of content. We love chatting it up with you guys, having some beers, talking fantasy football, celebrating Memorial Day weekend with you guys. Lil Gumper did some online classes. Woot woot. Yeah, hey man, get after that grind. What are you studying, man? Let us know.
Yeah, what let us know.
We can't help you with your homework, but let us know what you're studying, you know.
We will wait just 2 more minutes. If someone does not enter in the next 2 minutes, then we will start this mock draft here. Ooh, Andrew said cleaning up our place on the lake. Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that couldn't have been all bad.
Yeah, that
if you're
sounds,
cleaning it up.
That sounds pretty nice.
But it was on the lake. Did you guys get to get in the lake at all, Andrew? Sounds like it was fun, man. So let's see here.
If you want to join in on this,
we're on a delay too, so we got that going.
Yeah, if you want to join in on this mock draft, just go. We tweeted out the link at TF Whispers. We tweet out the link to get on. You can mock draft with us. We'd love to have you. Pimping a couple of beers, maybe a light Coke, not too much. What?
I don't think he said light Coke, man. He said Pimpin' Ain't Easy says couple of beers, maybe a light Coke. Yeah. Journalism and media studies. That's fun.
Yeah.
Like that. My family just sold our house and moving to Arizona in July.
Oh, Michael, what part of Arizona, dude? I live.
Yeah, are you moving with them or is it just the family?
Oh, he's probably gonna go back to college.
To school,
yeah.
Right? Yeah,
he's going back to college. So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Arizona. Moving here in July is probably the worst idea that you could possibly have, but
it depends on where. But yeah.
Yeah.
Most of Arizona in July, not fun. Unless you're on a boat.
The only place that it's nice is in Flagstaff in July. That's
Sedona?
it. Sedona's not really that nice in July. It's hot.
Better than Phoenix.
It is better than Phoenix. That's right. All right, you guys ready to start? We'll just start with 2 computer picks. That's fine.
Great.
It is a little bit later here on the East Coast. So
you're not on the East Coast, dog.
I'm not, but
Johnny goes, it's late over here on the East Coast, Scottsdale, Arizona, east of California, where I'm at. So I guess that's
So yeah,
we are rocking.
We're rocking and rolling. Once again, same 2 picks to start off the draft here. And Christian McCaffrey and Saquon. And a little bit of surprise here. Dalvin Cook at the 3rd spot by Michael. Like that. I don't have any complaints about it. I mean, I personally would go Ezekiel Elliott over Dalvin, but hey, I'm not going to judge you.
What are you going to do? I like Dalvin Cook. I think that's a great fit. Why did you have to take the 5 spot?
Because I knew that it would put you in the pickle there, because you are going to have to choose between Michael Thomas or going Josh Jacobs, which there is a clear split there at what you should do. But it's also going to force you to draft a little. Oh, and he surprises us by not going Michael Thomas in a half-point PPR league.
Right now,
ladies and gentlemen,
something right now.
What are we witnessing right now?
You don't know my life, dude.
Oh, my gosh. Please explain yourself.
DeAndre Hopkins. Do I have to explain myself?
Listen, I understand DeAndre Hopkins is a
Potentially the best
beast,
wide
but
receiver in the league. Going to a high flying offense that loves to throw the football a ton.
ladies and
Listen,
gentlemen,
it's not a full point PPR league here. I understand why taking Michael Thomas is what you should do, but like, dude, let's have some fun here. Let's have a little bit
I
of
thought
fun.
you were having
Whisper
fun on the
Nation.
last draft.
My last draft was nice, dude. you can't even talk about that draft, dude. After the way you held up and the way you
Hey,
drafted towards the end of that draft, you can't come at my team, dude.
hey, that
No
was
way.
it was okay. Let's see, Michael. Yeah, we're moving to the Phoenix area, and then I'll go back to. Nice, cool. Well, welcome. Maybe we can. We'll get together for sure once you're out here. Let me know. Phoenix isn't that far from where I live, so the beat CMC going to 3 due to stupid AI. I definitely agree on that. That's why it's nice when we completely fill up these rosters or up these mock drafts because we get a real nice evaluation of where guys go. And it said whoever has the best team after the draft gets signed to the Fantasy Whisperers. That nice.
It's like a contract. It's a
right?
contract match. That's funny. Dude, yeah, I saw it, man. Pimping ain't easy over there. It's dropping the fire.
Hold on. My headphones came out. I have no snare in my headphones.
Ridiculous over here.
Ridiculous.
Keep it together, comments. Keep it together.
This is a
all right. So ridiculous over here. So Devontae Adams, then Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, Julio Jones, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, Chris Godwin, Jay Blee back on the clock.
Look, Jay Blee's sitting happy right now because now he gets to snipe both your players, and he went behind you. He got Michael Thomas, and then now he's going to take whatever player that you wanted right here.
We're going to do some things here on the show. Maybe you're not all prepared for. You know?
I don't think I am.
This team's going to be real rock and roll tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Miles Sanders, Mike Evans.
Jacob, I'm kind of upset with you, buddy. Could have done a lot better than Miles Sanders.
I'm
happy you did it.
No, I don't think that's a bad. Jacob, that is not a bad pick. Travis just doesn't know what he's talking about right now. I like that pick. Oh, Lamar Jackson. Okay. Not who I would have chosen, but it's a good pick.
Yeah, well, it's not your team, dude. Once again,
no,
you need to quit worrying about my team and focus on your shantytown team you got over there.
What are you talking about? I'm starting. I have Alvin Kamara and Kenyon Drake on my rosters.
Yeah, dude. Busted.
It's not busted. It's nice. Austin Eckler comes off the board right after me, paired with Ezekiel Elliott. Pretty nice combo there. And now Michael.
Pretty nice. Pretty good.
See where Michael goes after taking Dalvin in the first. Gonna go Leonard Fournette. Listen, I'm concerned about Leonard Fournette not getting as many targets this next year in the passing game because they did go out and sign Chris Thompson, and so I do expect them to use him more as like the satellite back. So I do think that Leonard Fournette will get less carries or less targets out of the backfield. But I will say that I do think that his touchdowns will go up because he had like no touchdowns last year. So it could counterbalance. So I don't mind that pick.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Wasn't listening to you. Jacob here says
not a surprise.
He was going between Miles Sanders and Kenyon Drake. I would have actually liked you going Drake there instead of Miles Sanders. I like Miles Sanders. Big fan of Miles Sanders. Kenyon Drake's just in a tuned-up offense right now.
Yeah.
But that offense is going to go nuts this year. And Miles Sanders is in an offense where, Doug Peterson's never used just one guy. Never done it. Now, could he change his ways? Sure. But if we're talking about what's most likely to happen, I would actually roll with Kenyon Drake, especially in the second here. You want to go for something, at least more likely to happen. Love Sanders' game, though. I mean, I think Sanders has every opportunity to break out this year and be a very special fantasy back.
Pimpin' ain't easy said. Fournette was allergic to the end zone last year. That is true.
Yeah, dude was one of the most productive backs without scoring a touchdown we've seen in many, many years. And he scored, I think, a couple, but just like as far as how long he went in between scoring.
All right, Austin taking Le'Veon Bell in the second.
That's 2 drafts in a row. Austin's taking Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
That's like what he sees out of Lev Bell. Excuse me.
Then takes David Johnson. I like that pick. I think David Johnson, like we said, locked and loaded into 250 touches minimum.
Johnny over here, he's locked into 1 million touches.
Say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa. David Johnson is going to be a heartbreaker.
We know we've gotten into the second mock draft when Johnny's had a few beers and he's starting to get his karaoke repertoire going.
Dude, that would be fun to do. I can't wait. Karaokeing? Wait till we can do that.
You're doing it right now. What does anybody need to wait for, man?
Dude, listen, when I get a whole band,
Whisper Nation wants it or not.
When I get the band together, getting the band back together, oh, nothing better. Oh, Andrew with the timeout, but at least it wasn't as bad as Rob Gronkowski. You get Melvin Gordon the third here in the third round. A lot better than Gronk.
Dude, I love this. Pimpin' Ain't Easy's got the sauce tonight. He says Austin's team would have been amazing in 2016. He's not wrong, man. He's not wrong.
That's good.
That is good stuff. Lil Gumper, we're pulling out the Weezer songs now. Sick. Yeah, I know, man. He's got, dude, a couple weeks ago it was Nickelback. Now he's got. Hey, do you sing when I'm not here? Did you sing last week when I missed the show?
I don't think I did sing last week.
Yeah, dude.
I was too stressed out. My mock drafts did not go very well last week.
Oh, what a shocker.
Yeah. Well, Jay Blee kept taking my picks, so.
That's also shocking news.
I almost, yeah, no. I like the pick of CH there. I almost went David.
Listen, like you're probably going by the book.
No. I almost went David Montgomery there. I was going with one of those two. David Montgomery has the more known workload, and I think that he is going to be really, really good. CH has the higher upside, I think. So that's, and it being a half-point PPR, I decided. Although I do think David Montgomery is a nice pick in the third round. But after me went Travis Kelce. So Big Travely implementing his patented 3 elite system here. Hopkins, Lamar, and Travis Kelce. Followed by George Kittle. And
honestly, I blacked out.
Oh.
I just drafted Travis because he has the same name as me.
Oh, okay.
I figured he's also got incredible hair and dance moves just like me. So I figured that's why I got it.
I'm sorry. I stopped listening to you after you said blacked out, and it made sense because I was like, oh, this team is...
You blacked out and listening to me. It makes sense.
All right, Chris Carson, James Conner, then Adam Thielen, Amari Cooper, David Montgomery at the end of the third round. That's a steal. Like that pick a lot. And then start of the fourth here, Allen Robinson, T.Y. Hilton. Baby Pluto 69 is on the board. Takes Devin Singletary. Sports Nerd here. 4th pick in the 4th round. Travis, any kind of surprise or anything standing out to you between, your Travis Kelce pick and the Devin Singletary?
No, I think Singletary, honestly, in the 4th is probably a decent spot.
Yeah, that's a pretty good. That's a pretty good pick there.
Pretty good value there. Adam Thielen, not sure if I love the pick. Not sure how he's going to work out. Listen, Justin Jefferson and him play a very similar role as far as slot wide receivers, and that's where they feast. So obviously Thielen should, continue to eat. But this offense could be drastically. Sports Nerd taking AJ Brown. I wanted to snag him here in the 4th. Thought he might make it to me. Okay. Got to adjust. That's fine.
Yeah, let that affect your head, dude.
No way.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take Mark.
Oh, and look, and Calvin Ridley came off the board too. Your other guy.
Yeah, that's all right. We're adjusting.
All right, that's gonna make my my draft here pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and go DK Metcalf. With this
Solid
pick
there. Solid pick.
Yeah.
I think I got an idea where I'm gonna go.
No, you don't, because it's gonna change the moment that this next pick comes off the board. Not a bad thing though. Like with your pairing, I like where you're going.
No, and I was actually going to continue to go further upside down and not take a running back till the 5th.
Really? So what were you thinking?
AJ Brown.
Oh, okay. If you're going to take AJ
Brown, because I really think AJ Brown. I mean, we've talked about it. We'll continue to talk about it. If you guys download the show this week, as it comes out on Wednesday, we'll talk about it then. We've got some stuff we want to spit out about AJ Brown, because listen, Whisper Nation, we don't want you coming away from your drafts in August without even looking at AJ Brown or considering him where he's going, and considering even, as he rises up draft boards, taking him around early in drafts.
Yeah.
Because he's going to pay off. This guy is ingrained in that offense as a stud, a big-bodied guy that they can move all over the place. And Tannehill's got that fat contract. They're going to continue to work AJ Brown as a true number 1 in that offense.
Mm-hmm.
As a guy that works well off of a team that pounds the rock with Derrick Henry and then opens up passing lanes for guys like AJ Brown. So if you are sleeping on AJ Brown, wake up, because the guy's going to be really good for years to come.
Yeah. Okay, so after I took DK Metcalf, Keenan Allen, then Todd Gurley, then Deebo Samuel. So here's what's a little bit interesting, Travis, that we're finally starting to see through this is the last month being the mock draft mania, but this is a lot more similar to how I would project these running backs to come off the board, and even wide receivers to a certain extent,
Man, these guys are getting too good. It's like our poker league, Johnny. We started a poker league in quarantine and started inviting these guys, thinking I could just push them around. And Johnny, I usually get the best of no matter what. But
no, that's just a computer that gives you.
I think I could just. Yeah, he's like Johnny sounds like the kid playing the game, the video game, and he's like, the game cheats, Mom. The game cheats.
It does.
And his mom's like, I'm going to take this game away from you if you don't quiet
look
down.
Austin's picks right there were deadly.
Robbed me of 2 guys I was looking at in the 5th.
Both those guys are really, really good.
I have to adjust, baby. That's what we do.
Yeah, I told you. I just say go back and rewatch the tape, Whisper Nation. I literally just said that Big Travie was going to be changing his.
Rewatch the tape.
Yeah, they should. It's like I'm whispering nuggets in their ear. They know they could see what I'm.
So nuggets in their ear sounds.
Oh, see, and Jacob Lee said he would have taken AJ Brown before you too. So even.
I know. Look, it was only 2 spots away though. So.
Oh, Austin was saying his plan was to snag Mahomes and Kelce, but Pat Mahomes got taken one before him. That's why he couldn't. That's why he went Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson. Interesting. If Travis Kelce wasn't available at your pick, Travis, would you have taken George Kittle?
Yes, most likely. Maybe Mark Andrews. It's a little early though for Mark Andrews.
Dang it. DJ Moore got taken right before me. FF Fortune taking DJ Moore. That's okay though. I'll go with my other guy that I like, Terry McLaurin, Gary Terry. Ooh, Kyler Murray comes on. Okay, so let's catch up. Let's catch up, people, if they're listening to this audio. I don't know if we're gonna release it. We'll probably release this to podcast. Maybe. I don't know. So we'll just listen out. So we had Juju was the last pick of the 4th round. Then start off the 5th round. Austin took OBJ, followed by DJ Chark, Stephon Diggs, DJ Moore, and then Terry McLaurin. So a monster 6-pick wide receiver, or sorry, 7-pick wide receiver run there came off the board. After I took Terry McLaurin, Big Travis went Darius Geis. He needed a running back, so that makes sense. He was the best available on the board. Then Tyler Lockett, followed by Kyler Murray. Jonathan Taylor comes off the board at 5'9". I do like that pick at 5'9". Getting Jonathan Taylor. I think that Big Travis should have went Jonathan Taylor instead of Darius Geis. But I want to hear what Big Travis' outlook on Darius Geis, because Darius Geis to me is a guy that when we've seen him play on the field, he looks good. Every time I've seen him play, I'm like, wow, this guy is really, really good, but he can't stay healthy. So, and last year, you were giving up the same draft capital, 5th round, 5th, 6th round for Darius Geis. So, do you have confidence in Darius Geis, or
higher last year going into drafts?
But yeah, he might have been 4th round. You're right.
I think it was like 4th round. I don't have a ton of confidence in Darius Geis, but I think that if he's on the field, that guy's really talented. He can catch the ball too, which is really nice.
Let me ask you this: did you forget about Jonathan Taylor?
No, I'm just not. Look, I'm not as huge on Jonathan Taylor as a lot of people are, dude. People love Jonathan Taylor. They love the landing spot in Indy. There are a lot of backs there. Frank Reich comes from a tree of using a lot of different backs and not just using one guy. I'm not sold. Like, Darius Geis has a path in 1 year that's better to being the one guy in a redraft league than Jonathan Taylor does. This isn't Dynasty. I'm not looking for Jonathan Taylor to be my guy. And if I'm going to try and stack guys that can make a difference at the running back position, it's going to start with guys like Mark Ingram and Darius Geis. So love Jonathan Taylor. I think the talent's there. But if we're talking about a guy that can get it done this year, it's similar to this. Like, I could go Cam Akers here, but I'm going to go with Sony Michel. Like, once again, I'm going to stack guys that I think have the clearest path to getting me running back numbers this year in a redraft league, when I spent the first 3 rounds going upside down, getting guys that were locked in at their positions. I'm now feeling, after 6 rounds, that I've rounded out a team that I can, feel comfortable with. And then now I can just kind of stack skill position players for my fake team playing a fake game.
So this is a little bit of a depth pick here, but you certainly
that never prefaces a good pick. Just be ready for this. Here we go. Rob Gronkowski.
That is not true at all. But I do think that Kareem Hunt is a guy that, if anything,
definitely a guy.
Here's the thing. He was getting all the receiving work towards the end of last year. He was grabbing all the receiving work. And not only that, but if anything happens to Nick Chubb, then you're looking at a guy who is a surefire RB1. So that's why. And I don't need him necessarily to be anything. Now, I was looking at Cam Akers. Cam Akers was definitely the other option that I was looking to go with between the two. But I'm just looking at upside. I think that I didn't need a Cam Akers necessarily for my team. I'm swinging for the fence and the upside, and I wanted the RB1 upside, where I think Cam Akers is going to be a really good running back. But I think that this year he's probably going to be like an RB2, a lower end RB2 this year. And same with DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift was another guy that kind of crossed my mind as to whether I wanted to grab him. And look at this, Travis. You took Sony Michel and kind of started this running back run here. We've seen five running backs now. Let's see if Austin ends up coming with a running back here. But really, really, you always like in drafts when you start runs, it makes you feel good because you feel like you got the best guy in that tier. So certainly nice.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, we'll see. I don't feel great about drafting both Darius Geis and Sony Michel back to back. Like, I don't feel it's not giving me all the warm and fuzzies right
But
now.
if I were ever to be confident in drafting Sony Michel, I think it would be this year because of his draft capital is not what it was last year. Last year was 3rd or 4th round.
Right, and if you're talking about getting a guy like Stidham used to an offense, you're going to want to pound the rock. And I think it's something New England's always done, really. But now they're going to be,
Yeah.
there's more of a priority for them to pound the rock this year because, they need to get this young quarterback ready and comfortable. Austin takes Dak Prescott. Oh, and he took Devontae Parker, man. He just keeps taking wide receivers.
Look at this.
I can wait on.
Michael Boeing over here, he's complaining because he said FF Fortune has sniped Eckler, Allen, and Akers, the pick before mine already.
Michael was saying that a couple weeks ago about me too. He doesn't like getting his guys sniped. I mean, I can't blame him, dude. Nobody likes that. It's like the worst feeling, dude. It's like getting kicked in the balls. Dak Prescott, Brandon Cooks, Michael's back up. Will he get a little snipe action revenge here? Only time will tell.
Yeah, Austin's having a good draft on this one, getting Dak in the 7th. I really, really like that.
AJ Green, then Josh Allen. Got to be a big fan of Josh Allen. Rushing superstar. Johnny, what are you thinking here, dude? Walk us through what you're thinking, dude.
I'm gonna
actually. What did you have for lunch today, man?
What did I have? I had what did I have for lunch today? I didn't. Well, I mean, I do the fasting thing like you had put me on to. So I had technically for lunch I had 3 eggs and some toast.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I like that. Eating later on in the day, it makes you feel better.
You know what I like? Oh, I do too, man. I love breakfast food, but I'm not a big breakfast guy. Like, I can't eat it necessarily in the morning.
Right. 100%.
But yeah. So you took Christian Kirk, I took Will Fuller, then Tyler Boyd, Michael Gallup, followed by Drew Brees.
Now, I think that you took the former teammates, now ex-teammates. Will Fuller was an interesting pick. I did glance his way. There was a thought, because the upside, again, if he can stay healthy, I do think he is a wide receiver 1. I think he's a top 10 wide receiver this year if he can stay healthy. With the Christian Kirk, though, I did need remember, we are starting 3 wide receivers in this league. So I needed to kind of shore up that 3rd wide receiver spot. So that's why I went with Christian Kirk there. I do think that this is going to be that breakout year for Christian Kirk. I think we were all expecting it last year. I actually do think, and I'm going to put this on record right now on live, so all of you guys who are listening right now, I think that this year is going to be a major post-hype year. And what I mean by that is I think there are a lot of players that are post-hype that that we were hyping up last year that didn't necessarily meet those standards or meet those what we thought were going to happen, those projections. And I think that they are going to do that this year. I think guys like guys like Juju Smith-Schuster, guys like OBJ, David Johnson, I think, is a guy that I think will bounce back. I think Will Fuller is that guy. I think Christian Kirk was a big guy that we thought was going to break out last year. I think that this year is the year that he is going to be that is going to break out. So I think that there are a lot of these guys that kind of we thought was going to be. Well, I think we were just a year too late on them.
I mean, that's an interesting take. I do feel like there is a thought process that works that way through every year where we look at guys and we're like, well, this is the year now. I mean, if we had that strategy going in with Devontae Parker, we'd be a couple years too late with
Well,
Devontae
Devontae
Parker.
Parker was entering his 5th year, so that was kind of.
But I mean, like every year leading up was like, hey, Devontae Parker,
Hey,
this
I
is the
had
year now.
Devontae
This
Parker
is
on my
the
team,
year now.
so
This is the year now.
you're talking to the guy who had
Um,
Devontae Parker on his team.
No, I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Did you listen? You weren't even listening. I'm saying that we could get trapped in that, but I do agree. There are a ton of guys, and we talked about it over the last 2 weeks. As far as sophomore players at the running back and wide receiver position that are post hype sleepers, that are guys that should have broken out or could have broken out, and they haven't yet, and they could be in a big position to do so.
Yep. Pimpinini said Jerry Jones is the type of guy to bench Dak for Dalton. Yeah, just to mess with him.
I mean,
Did you
Jimmy
see
Dalton
that Did you see that contract that?
Yeah, that he turned down. Dak Prescott, man,
Unbelievable, unreal, dude.
when he chokes his way through this year and then they don't pay him, he's gonna be real upset that he didn't take that money.
Eric says, Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Once again, we appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out with us on your Memorial Day. It does mean a lot. We do appreciate you guys. It's been a lot of fun doing these mock drafts with you all and doing it on Memorial Day.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Listen, I'm going to do it. It's just such a value here. Why is Philip Lindsay falling so late in drafts? Listen, people, he didn't fall off the face of the earth. He's still a good running back. Melvin Gordon is still there, but let's remember that Melvin Gordon was able to coexist in a backfield with Austin Eckler and both be fantasy relevant. And that's what Denver wants to do. This offense is going to be really good, or at least should be really good. So I think that Philip Lindsay in the 8th round, money in the bank.
8th round's good value. Yeah.
Bang.
I think it's bad.
Especially when he's my 5th running back. Could have went wide receiver there, but I think the guy that I want at wide receiver will fall to me in this next round. Unless that's Mike Williams. If Mike Williams freaking falls to me again in this next round and I have to take him in 2 back-to-back mock drafts, I'm not going to be happy about it. But who knows? Maybe we're looking back on this in a year and saying, wow, Johnny Game Time with the lucky Mike Williams in the 10th and the 9th round. Who knows? Deontay Johnson comes off Michael. 2 picks. So Austin Hooper right after my Philip Lindsay pick, and then Deontay Johnson. I do like the Deontay Johnson pick. I was considering Deontay Johnson at my 8 at my spot. Ooh, Austin takes Mike Williams, so you must be listening to it. Austin, I always like listening to Austin's take on these wide receivers. He has good ones and thinks about these guys in a different light than most fantasy people do. I do like listening to that. But Travis, this is back-to-back mock drafts that you have taken Emmanuel Sanders. Tell Whisper Nation why you're such a big fan of Emmanuel Sanders and you think that he is such a value at where he's going in mock drafts.
It's really simple. I think New Orleans struggled.
All right, we're good there, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the night. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, go ahead.
I've taken the vow of silence.
No,
it's
big
fine, dude.
Come on. All right. No,
listen, I like Emmanuel Sanders for multiple reasons. Emmanuel Sanders is a consummate pro. He's shown up in fantasy time in and time out. Usually plays through dinged up injuries. New Orleans has been struggling to have a true number 2 option behind Michael Thomas for a couple years now. Emmanuel Sanders fits the bill there. And who better to consistently get him the ball than Drew Brees in this last year as they go for it all? He's a depth pick. I needed to get a stability wide receiver. I had gotten Will Fuller and DeAndre Hopkins, both upside guys. Hopkins is a little bit more stable than Fuller for sure, but I wanted to make sure I rounded out and put some depth and some pop to that. So yeah, it was a couple reasons, but I like Sanders. I'm going to continue to draft him there in drafts, and I would urge Whisper Nation to do the same because he's in a very potent offense and he's a productive wide receiver.
One thing I do want to say on the Miles Sanders front is this is what I like about Miles Sanders and gives me
Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, what is it say? Miles Sanders. Sorry, Emmanuel Sanders. The reason why I like Emmanuel Sanders so much is because we've seen him go from team to team and actually produce right away. Like most wide receivers don't do that. And Emmanuel Sanders has done that. He started in Pittsburgh, and well, none of that, but like he went from Pittsburgh to Denver and he was effective. He went and got traded from Denver to the 49ers and was immediately effective. And so
almost as effective as you trying to make this pick right now.
No, I knew who I was gonna go the whole time. I literally had watched the tape back. You could watch the tape back because I had the cursor on the player the whole time. I was buying my time. Marvin Jones is an underrated value going in drafts. Telling you right now, Marvin Jones, if you are in later drafts, 9th, 10th round, and you need you want a wide receiver that's going to produce and be have upside, Marvin Jones is that guy. Listen, still going. Last year he was going in the same 9th or 10th round, very similar to last year. I didn't fully buy in last year, and I was correct. I was right, but a big part of that was because he got injured. Now, this year, I do think that he is a very, very good value if you take and extrapolate what he's done over his last 16 games with Matthew Stafford. He is putting together quite a resume to be a nice, solid piece for your fantasy. Now, am I saying he's going to be top 15? Probably not, but he's going to be a solid wide receiver, later round wide receiver 2, early wide receiver 3, flex position. That's all I'm saying, Travis. That's all I'm saying. Meanwhile, after my Marvin Jones pick, you take J.K. Dobbins. Not a surprise there because you got Mark Ingram a few rounds earlier, so it makes sense for you to stack that there. You want to build on that depth there at the running back position.
Yeah, it's really simple. I went upside down. I wanted to have an ability to at least lock in one backfield. I did that with Baltimore, which is not a bad backfield to lock in. If you're talking about a team that runs the ball quite a bit, that's definitely Baltimore. So I'm feeling safe there. Feeling like going upside down paid off for me by grabbing just that alone. I feel like a pretty secure there. So.
Well, and here's the thing that is very, very important to note. When you're doing the upside down draft, it is very important to say that I'm going to key in on 2 backfields, whatever those backfields are, and you can determine, based on ADP, I should be able to grab these 2. If you go upside down, that is a very, very good strategy. It's just grab your 2 backfields, or your 2 backfields with the third guy that you can fill in on bye weeks or whatever. But if you can get the backup as well, and you can kind of solidify that while going upside down, it really makes that strategy a little bit more bulletproof and solidify that strategy a little bit.
I agree.
All right, we got after your J.K. Dobbins went Hunter Henry, then Preston Williams, followed by Duke Johnson, Jamison Crowder, who I do like as a 9th round pick. I think that he's being undervalued there. Matt Ryan, Jordan Howard rounds out the end of the 9th. Then Carson Wentz, then Tevin Coleman, Jared Cook, Justin Jefferson at the 10:04, and now Jay Blee is up at the 10:05 position. Travis, your spot is coming up here pretty soon. What are you looking to get here? You do not have a quarterback, or you do have a quarterback. Sorry, you have Lamar Jackson. You pretty much have all your.
Well, my guy fell to me here. Sterling Shepard wanted to get another wide receiver that has a path to a number one spot. Sterling Shepard, Danny Dimes, second year together. And I think Sterling Shepard, if he can stay healthy, obviously he dealt with some concussions last year, but just another depth pick at wide receiver, which I, didn't really go heavy on in the beginning, but now making up for with some solid picks through the late rounds, at least in my mind. And that's all that matters when you're drafting for your team is your mind. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You've got to be the one to roll them out there on Sunday. So, and they've got to score points. That's really what matters, honestly.
True. So I went upside pick here. I went Darrell Henderson. This is a listen. I'm on the full bandwagon of Cam Akers. I think Cam Akers is going to be the running back bell cow there, or get the bulk of the carries. However, if Darrell Henderson does end up being the leading running back, then Darrell Henderson is a nice pickup in the 10th. I do think that he'll get work no matter what. I don't have him slated as the workload running back here. But based on the other guy I was looking at here, I can just be frank, he's probably not going to follow me in the next round. If he does, I probably won't grab him anyway. But Tyreek Cohen was a guy that I was looking at. And basically the reason why I didn't go with Tyreek over Darrell is just the upside. Because at this point, I'm just strictly going on upside. If I needed a little bit more, if my my RB1 and RB2 were a little bit more risky, then I would have taken Cohen there, because I think that Cohen has an opportunity to kind of have a nice season. He had a down season last year. 2 seasons ago, he had a breakout season and was being overdrafted last year. I think his draft capital is very, very good this year for what you're going to get in Tyreek Cohen, and the fact that it's a half-point PPR, even better. So I do think that he's a value pick. But I once again, I'm not going to be grabbing him because I already know who I'm going to be picking in my next round.
He already knows. Getting here to the real nitty gritty here, the last couple rounds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, listen, guys, did anybody watch the golf match this past weekend? The Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning squaring off up
Yeah.
against Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson.
I was
I know my guy Michael watched that. He's a big golf guy.
I really wanted I really was hoping that Charles was going to make that at the end. I thought to bogey it. Yeah, he double bogeyed, but I thought he was going to make the bogey.
Well, honestly, Charles is probably partially responsible for the shot of the day. I mean, him giving Tom Brady so much smack on that before he sunk that chip was probably a big factor there.
That is true.
I loved he was jawing back with Charles Barkley there. What was cool to hear Charles say is like he hadn't really known Tom Brady before that. He knew all the other guys.
Oh, really?
Really ever.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was saying, "I'm glad Tom Brady's got some personality. I didn't really know him before this," and then they were jawing with each other on there, and
that's pretty
Brady
good.
just gave it to Chuck right away.
Yeah, that was good. That was great. I do want to mention, if you have not yet, please enter the drawing. We will be giving away these 5 football cards this Wednesday. If you have not entered in that drawing and want to win these, please sign up. We'd love to give them to someone in this mock draft or someone watching. So if you're watching this and want to win one of these football cards, we will be giving away on Wednesday night.
And if you know anybody interested in football cards or who collects them and stuff, make sure you go over to our page on Instagram and comment on that post and comment on our YouTube videos with the hashtag. And, get it going.
All right, we got a few more rounds here before we end this final mock draft of May. Travis, what are you looking for in these final? Like, the fireworks are gonna go down? Yes, no, maybe so. What
Well, if you guys pay attention to my team, you'll see some fireworks. That's for sure.
I already know what my next
I've
pick
got
is going to be right here.
Tariq Cohen.
No, I told Whisper Nation I wasn't going to draft him, so I'm not going to. I will. I mean, Whisper Nation can see it right now. If they are watching the live stream, they know what my pick's going to be right now. Underlying it. Perfect. Oh, Hayden Hurst comes off right before me. Wow, FF Fortune. You had Austin Hooper and you had to go and get Hayden Hurst too? You couldn't just deal with one tight end? You had to go with the two, huh? This isn't a tight end premium league, man. Come on. Unreal. Kidding, it's okay. I'll adapt and overcome just like I always do. I grabbed Baker Mayfield as my quarterback, a guy who is one of those post-hype sleepers I was talking about earlier in the show, Travis. People were on his boat all last year, went all the way, was drafted in the 5th round in most leagues, and people are bitter. They're mad about it. And so they're not drafting Baker Mayfield, and as a result, he's falling to the 5th round. And I will gladly take him because I think this year is the year he breaks out to be that quarterback we thought he could be last year. And so if I do get passed up on some of these quarterbacks in the earlier rounds, I'm looking to grab Baker Mayfield 100 times out of 100.
Don't blame me, man. Baker should be. They've got all the weapons to do it. They bring in Kevin Stefanski on offense as the head coach to call the plays here. I just don't know if all this turnover means it's just typical Browns or if they're actually going to get something going here. Listen, on paper, stacked team, stacked roster, accurate quarterback. This should be, if they improve the line, that's the big key here because Baker was running for his life last year. I mean, that Niners game was just a textbook on why you need an offensive line because they could not get anything going. And then Baker was just seeing ghosts, including the ghost of Nick Bosa planting the flag. So Baker's got to prove a lot this year after having a good rookie season and then a sophomore slump. Can Baker put it together? That'll be a big question. Pimpin' Ain't Easy says he wasn't fully convinced with Hooper, had to get some insurance. Yeah, I don't know if I would have taken Hooper. I would have just waited for Hurst.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the tight end position in Cleveland. Hasn't really been beneficial. We wanted David Njoku to be the guy. That never happened.
Yeah,
But I love Hayden Hurst lined up to be the Austin Hooper role for Atlanta this year. And he's a great value.
Yep. So after you took AJ Dillon, a guy that we talked about on the last mock draft. We do like him. I definitely think that is the guy that they want there in Green Bay. I think that's why they drafted him, and he is a big workhorse type of running back. And I think that he could definitely score a lot of touchdowns and be the goal line running back, if anything else, this year. And so getting him in the 11th round is really nice value, especially with how you built your team. I think that having A.J. Dillon there is a good added depth piece at the running back position. Then add Tom Brady, who, they were talking about how Tom Brady split his pants. That was really, really funny. Michael was talking about how he ripped his pants. That was pretty good. And then you had Chase Edmonds, who... So Jay Blee grabs my handcuff there, which I was thinking about going there originally. But then when I saw that Baker was still available at the quarterback position and he's kind of the top of that tier I had left, so I went with Baker. So Chase Edmonds, good pick though. I do think he is a top 3 handcuff that you're going to want this year because his upside. We've seen what he can do. He had a 3 touchdown game last year. I was actually there at that game, and I didn't start Chase Edmonds. Unfortunately, it would have won me the week, but somehow I was drunk. I was so drunk before the game even started, which is not a shocker to Travis because he knows how drunk I get in some of these games. I was so drunk before the game, I forgot to put Chase Edmonds in at my running back position. and it cost me the game and cost me the championship. Actually,
Cost him his dignity.
yeah, it did.
Which championship was that, Johnny?
Last year, if I would have gotten the playoffs, Travis, you already know what would have happened. I was one game away from the playoffs.
Was it that one?
Yeah,
right
that should have been up here.
Okay.
It should have been right here.
Your shelves aren't big enough, bro.
I would have made them big enough.
I
would have adapted.
Enough,
I would have adapted and overcome.
Yeah, well, that's not your style. That's my style. So, just the way it is.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to have to go with another deep dive at the tight end position. This is my secondary backup. I haven't had to use this very much in my mock draft videos, but Jonnu Smith is my mock draft tight end backup if I don't land Hayden Hurst. Listen, Jonnu Smith was a guy who kind of popped off last year and really kind of became a startable asset at the tight end position. If you are going to wait on tight end, which I encourage you to do, Hayden Hurst obviously would be my number one pick there at the tight end position this late. But Jonnu Smith is also another guy that I think is a nice tight end sleeper that not a lot of people are talking about, but had quite a lot of good fantasy games once Ryan Tannehill came in at that position, at the quarterback position for Tennessee.
Jonnu Smith. You know we're getting into the nitty gritty if Johnny's over here drafting Jonnu Smith in drafts.
Yeah.
I was reaching here. Denzel Mims comes off the board, then Golden Tate, followed by Brandon Ayuk, Alshon Jeffrey, and Brashad Perryman. Interesting pick there for Austin. Brashad Perryman in the 13th.
He really loves Brashad Perryman.
Well, this Perryman might have been the epitome of post-type sleeper with what he did last year in Tampa Bay.
Well,
that's what Baltimore's sitting there going, what the heck, man? We were waiting for you to do that this whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what was interesting is Brashad Perryman actually had I believe the stat was that he had like the highest yard per catch average of any wide receiver that had over 500 receiving yards. So Brashad Perryman, as sneaky, had a lot of value last year towards the end of the season, and now you get him going to the Jets, which they needed that deep threat guy because Robbie Anderson left there. So it would not a bad dart throw for sure. I don't mind Perriman. I think he's going to go under the radar in a lot of drafts because people don't realize how effective he was. Could it be the Devontae Parker type of wide receiver? Possibly. We've seen it before. 5 years to break out.
Hey, look, it can happen. It's taken Johnny 5 years to draft a good team, and he's finally doing it on this draft.
On this,
which doesn't count, but still.
I'm going to go BDN there. Give me Anthony Miller. Again, who likes to target the slot receiver a little bit more.
So FF Fortune kind of did my thinking for me. I was going to take Gibson or Peterson just to kind of hedge my bet on Darius Geis up above, but he took Gibson. I took Peterson here. Look, Peterson's been solid for them. He's shown up, and if he competes and stays healthy, he's the bionic man. That's kind of what he does. He just goes out there and throws a pimp limp on the field and just scores a couple touchdowns. So, and now we are zooming through here. So then the Niners come off the board by the computer, followed by Tony Pollard, Matthew Stafford, Alan Lazard was a guy I was eyeing there even too in the 13th. So a good pick there by Dan. Pittsburgh Steelers. And now Chris Moe on the clock. And he's got one Moe pick now after taking Daniel Jones.
Oh, yes,
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes, Buffalo Bills. Ooh, I love the Buffalo Bills defense. We didn't talk about this, but Austin took Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots defense at the 1101 spot, or Yeah, 1101 spot, really, really early. But Buffalo Bills to me is a tremendous value at the 1401. Listen, you're not dealing with any miraculous quarterbacks in that division anymore. Tom Brady is shipped out. You're dealing with a rookie most likely in Miami. You're dealing with Sam Darnold in for the Jets. Like there's not a lot of things that really terrify you in that division. I
Yeah,
think that the
sure.
Buffalo Bills, who had a very solid defense last year, listen, I think that that could be nasty.
Real
I'm
freaking
gonna do
nasty.
something I normally don't do, meaning that it's the last mock draft of May. I'm going to actually draft a defense and a kicker this time, and I'm going to take the Chicago Bears defense, number one defense 2 years ago. Let's see if they can get back to that this year. Um, I think that they're the best defense on the board, but who knows? Defenses are a shoe, and I usually don't draft defense in drafts, even in real drafts. I wait until, and Travis can attest to this. I wait to pick up my defenses because I like
Typically,
to
we
take
try to beat that drum a lot because, especially if you're drafting and you've got a lot of training camp to unfold, you can take a chance on
one
some
extra dart throw.
projects.
Because at the same time, if you think about it, it's like the dart throw that you're taking a dart throw on another player, while also at the same time, like defenses are hard to gauge at whether, and there are defenses all the time that are week to week matchup. Like most likely, you are streaming your defensive matchup. So why would you waste the pick on a defense in your draft when you
Would you
could
do it?
just have another dart throw? So that's typically what Travis and I, if you were you followed us during the mock draft marathon last year, we rarely took a defense or a kicker in our mock drafts because we highly encouraged our followers and our people who watched us to not do that. We're in the last round, though, Travis, of the last mock draft of May. Do you have any final words that you'd like to say to Whisper Nation, to the people that mock draft with us, to future listeners or future subscribers? Do you want to say anything? If they've made it this far somehow, some way, I don't know how, but
Well, listen, all the guys that have joined us throughout this month, we appreciate you. We wanted to take our mock draft marathon that we did last year and kind of parse it up into this month and give you a little bit taste of that action that we're bringing to you in August of 24 hours of continuous mock draft action. So we appreciate you guys coming on every Monday here that we've done it. We've had a lot of fun doing it. We're going to continue to have a lot of fun bringing you mock drafts. We know you guys love them. So we will continue to do that for you guys. And just thanks for coming out, man. And hit like and subscribe. Suggest the show to a friend if you can, if you know somebody. I understand, you have a little concern sharing your secrets with your league mates, but we would appreciate it. And head on over to the fantasywhispers.com. Check out our swag. Check out our articles up over there. As always, we thank you guys for the support, man. You guys help us keep living our dream out and trying to talk fantasy football with y'all.
yep, much appreciated. And we look forward to putting out more content for you guys, for sure. All right, we got the last Mr. Irrelevant pick here in the 15th round. See what it's going to be. 41 seconds by Mr. Chris Moe.
We want some mo. We want some mo.
All right. Travis, how confident do you feel in your team right now?
Feel really good. I feel like upside down worked out in my favor this round because
Yeah, I think
being
yeah,
at
you
that
did.
sixth spot, you can get like a piece of different runs, and I think it actually worked out. What I was able to do with both Mark Ingram and Darius Geis is get a piece of that backfield behind them, so solidified my gamble, if you will, in going upside down. I will say I have some question marks at wide receiver, but some real pop if they hit in Will Fuller and Emmanuel Sanders. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about it.
All right, well, Whisper Nation, thank you so much again for joining us during this mock draft mania. We had such a great time bringing you this content. If you want more fantasy football content, follow us on any social media platform. Just search the Fantasy Whispers or head on over to our website, search thefantasywhispers.com. You want to subscribe to our channel, we would greatly appreciate it. Like Travis said, it really helps us grow our channel. Until next time, Whisper Nation, we love you so much. Thank you for joining us during this live mock draft. Take it easy. Much love. Peace.
Peace.
Oh, Pimpin' Ain't Easy said team grades. You want to do team grades real quick?
Yeah, we can walk through it.
All right, we'll do team grades. All right.
I got an A. There, we're done.
I will just say off the bat, I do think that Austin Sear has a very good team. I would give Austin's team an A. The Le'Veon Bell was a little suspect pick there, but with seeing what he did with the rest of his draft and seeing that he grabbed David Johnson,
Yeah, this is only running backs though.
yeah,
Were the
those are
first
his
3 you
own.
drafted.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe
That's concerning.
okay, that is a little concerning. Okay, so Andrew, we have his running backs are Saquon, Melvin, Marlon Mack, Matt Breida. I would say on the running back scale, it's probably an A minus in confidence. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, I would say that is an A plus. Wide receivers: Debo, DJ, Brandon Cooks, Robbie Anderson, Nikhil, Brandon Ayuk. I would give and T Higgins. I would probably give his wide receivers a B there. What do you think? Maybe a C plus.
Maybe C plus.
Yeah, probably a C
You got to
plus.
rely on. I mean, DJ Shark's great. Brandon Cooks needs to play a full year. Debo Samuel, I think, is great, but they drafted Ayuk, so that's kind of scary.
But he did get Ayuk, yeah. Evan Ingram as his tight end. I would give his team a B plus. Michael,
with the plus.
yeah, probably, yeah. Michael, you had Dalvin, Le'Veon, or Leonard Fournette, Todd Gurley, DeAndre Swift as your running backs. And then you grabbed Ito Smith late. I think that you had very solid running backs. I would probably give you an A on your running backs. Kenny Golladay, Stephon Diggs, AJ, Deontay Johnson, CeeDee Lamb, and Golden Tate. Your wide receivers are really, really solid. What would you give the wide receivers?
I'd say a B for wide receivers.
Okay.
I think they're good. I think they're solid all the way around. It's kind of a vanilla core. You don't have a ton of pop anywhere really down the roster. Love what he did though in the 10th to get Aaron Rodgers. Like extreme value pick for a guy who's in a second year of a new offense. Could actually pop. I mean, we're talking about a guy in Aaron Rodgers that has lived at the top 5, except for last year and the year that McCarthy got fired. So I kind of like what he did there. He made up for it. Tyler Higbee's a little rough, but in the 11th, what are you going to do? Not sure if that turn, if he could have got Hayden Hurst, but I would have definitely preferred Hayden Hurst. Maybe it came after.
And then 304.
I would
yeah.
I'd give Michael a B. I think Michael's team's pretty solid all the way around.
Okay, so FF Fortune.
I think the Rodgers pick saved him from a C, if I'm honest.
Okay.
FF Fortune, I think, aka Pimpin' Ain't Easy, if I'm not wrong. It had Ezekiel Elliott, Austin Eckler, Cam Akers, and Antonio Gibson as his running backs. Pretty strong running back core. Honestly, like could be the most exciting, at least out of the first couple teams we've talked about.
Yeah.
Then the wide receivers, Cooper Kupp, love DJ Moore, Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
So strong wide receiver core.
And he's gonna have Melvin Gordon. Yeah.
The only problem I would say here is the tight end position, but Hayden Hurst made up for that. I don't like that he took Austin Hooper in the 8th, but honestly, like
that's pretty good.
Josh Allen's a stud. He's probably got an A team here.
Yeah, he's probably got an A. Yeah,
has an A.
Yep. We'll skip over our 2 teams and the computer teams. All right, Jay Blee, Michael Thomas, Miles Sanders, Chris Carson. Again, we talked about Kenyon Drake instead of Miles Sanders. Chris Carson, not a bad pick there. I am concerned with a little bit with
Carlos Hyde.
with Carlos Hyde. Mark Andrews and Kyler Murray. I like those two tight ends and quarterback. Marquise Brown certainly upside to go with Michael Thomas. I think Jay Blee has a solid team. If there was a team that I think gets a B plus, I think it would be Jay Blee.
Yeah, he's going to live in B only because of the Miles Sanders, Chris Carson situation. Do love his wide receivers, but then Gallup, you've got to be concerned with CeeDee Lamb coming to town. Judy, you've got to be concerned as a rookie. Preston Williams, you want to believe, is it going to repeat?
Yeah.
But I like what he's done here. He's put a team with a multiple, lottery picks together. So a lot of this
the
should
upside,
pay off for him.
yeah, like the upside of his draft is an A plus because he's
Right.
got these guys that if they hit,
But at the same time, I think he's got downside of C.
right.
So I think that's what keeps him in the B range.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the sports nerd here. He drafted Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin. Love that back-to-back wide receiver combo.
Yep.
Then A.J. Brown in the 4th. So if we're talking about wide receivers,
He's probably got the best three.
This has probably got the best 3 wide receivers in the sports nerd here.
Yeah.
But then he definitely suffers a little bit in running back because of that. So he's got James Conner, Jonathan Taylor. Love the Darren Waller pick. Love the Drew Brees pick for a redraft league. And we're looking at, as far as running backs are concerned, he's struggling a little bit. I'm going to, once again, I think we're looking at a B, maybe a B minus here based on what he had to do at running back. But the rest of his team, very nice, very good upside. I wish he would have stacked a few more guys with upside down in the running back situation, but he stacked a couple more wide receivers, which that was his strength. He necessarily didn't need to go with wide receiver with Justin Jefferson and Pittman Jr. He could have gone running back here to try and get more depth at the running back position because that was definitely his weakness with Connor and Taylor.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, like maybe going like Alexander Madison instead of Justin Jefferson.
I think his heavy wide receiver core in a 3 wide receiver half PPR league will carry him to a B grade here, but it's kind of like a B minus. I think he's hovering there for sure. Yeah. Johnny, why don't you walk us through Dan the Man's or Baby Pluto?
Baby Pluto. So Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, a half point PPR. I mean, Derrick Henry's still going to be a top running back even in a half point PPR. Adam Thielen, Robert Woods, and Courtland Sutton are his main 3 wide receivers. They're solid, but they're not. Courtland Sutton's the only guy that has a real upside. Robert Woods, I think, is an undervalued pick. I do like the value of Robert Woods. Jameson Crowder, good value there, but again, kind of like this team lacks the upside team. The upside.
Yeah, this is a pretty vanilla squad,
right?
All the way through.
It's gonna be solid. Like this guy's he'll be in the playoffs. He'll compete, but I think that without making some kind of trade or something, there's not enough oomph there to kind of get him over the edge there. And then we'll skip that other computer pick. And then the last one is Chris Moe. So Julio Jones, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Allen Robinson, Raheem Mostert, Zach Ertz, if I can speak, Darius Slay, Julian. I think that this is a really solid team. Chris Carson late. You liked it?
Wentz.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually think that this might be one of the better top 3 teams for sure.
An A minus.
Yeah.
For sure. Like I think he's put some good. Mostert and Howard were solid backup pieces at running back. The wide receiving core
are solid. You have Julio, and you have the upside in
Zach
Darius
Ertz in the 6th.
Yeah.
That was a solid pick.
Really good job. Really good job by Chris Moe for sure. So I would give Chris Moe probably an A or an A minus. But yeah, I like it. Top 3 teams.
Oh, look at
sure.
Jacob giving Travi an A, Johnny an A minus.
Oh, I've done
it again.
I did
drafted Johnny again.
I disagree with that. Well, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining us and sticking with us through this whole time. We appreciate you guys. And as soon as we know the exact dates, once this coronavirus kind of thing sorts itself out, we know the exact dates for the mock draft marathon. We would love to have you guys who have joined us in these mock drafts join us in that at some point during that mock draft. It would be great. So Appreciate you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a great day.